Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite. Alright, we're almost done with Ryuki's route. We'll see if we can fit the last few chapters of the last episode. If not, then maybe we'll have like the happy end with the normal end together, and we'll see how long that takes. We just gotta wait and see. Anyway, in the last episode, there was lots of smooching. Ryuki has come to grips with his feelings for Lynette. He's madly in love now and has accepted it and is happy about it. And, of course, there's always has to be a conflict. His grandmother has finally contacted him, has found him a woman, and she wants them to meet. Probably for like some sort of arranged marriage deal. But Ryuki's gonna turn him down, and he's also giving Lynette a time limit of December 1st to decide on her feelings and accept him as well. Alright, anyway, let's start. A few days after the date with Ryuki. I hope Ryuki's doing okay. It was all I could think about. I hadn't seen him since that day. In fact, I hadn't even called him. I doubted I'd hear from him until that day, December 1st, but I couldn't stop myself from checking the phone. All I could think about was if he would reach out to me. Up until now, we'd been talking back and forth so often. This was the first time we'd gone so long without seeing each other in quite a while. Yes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. Now they're just gonna pine for each other. As I walked home from work, he was all I could think about. Chi? Seeing me walk around in a daze, Chi tilted his head at me curiously. I spotted some face mist in a window display, and even that was enough to make my heart ache sweetly. Oh, I miss being sprayed in the face. It's the same face mist that Ryuki uses. He sprayed me with it so many times. How could I forget? At first I thought it was so annoying. I wonder when I stopped hating it. Why can't I stop thinking about him? Why am I so concerned? Ryuki, have you been eating properly? Seriously, I didn't understand why I was so worried about him. But I couldn't stop thinking about how I didn't want to leave his side. I knew just how lonely he really was. He could only see others based on their colors, which isolated him from everyone around him. In the beginning, I probably just felt pity for him. But at some point, that all changed. No. Aggressive smooch. Ah. I recalled the feeling of that kiss and my heart started beating faster. That was the moment that I first started seeing him as a man. His strong hands, his kind eyes. I wanted to see him again so much. There could only be one reason I was worried about him so much. Why I missed him. But I was Cupid. My upbringing, my sense of purpose, that was the one thing holding me back. But when I got home, that last feeling of restraint disappeared. Hey, welcome home. I made us dinner. Thanks. I tossed down my bag, washed my hands, and went to the dinner table. When I saw what was there, my entire body stiffened. There on the table was a spread of Japanese food. Clarice, are you doing this? She's probably doing this on purpose. She knows. I heard that Japanese food is great for maintaining your beauty. And they're running a sale at the supermarket today. There's even natto. Natto. The moment I saw that, tears started welling up in my eyes. Huh? Hey, why are you crying? Because there's Natto. Huh? She's like, why is this girl breaking down? This was more serious than I thought. I was crying because just seeing the Natto made me think of Ryuki. At that moment, I knew I'd reached a point of no return. I wanted to see him. I hated the fact I wasn't with him right at that moment. I didn't want him to even meet his fiancée. I want to be with him forever. I already knew the answer. All I had to do was admit the truth to myself. My word, things must really be serious. Well, come on, let's dig in before it gets cold. Okay. Yeah, Claire's totally knows. Claire's laid out everything on the table. Miso soup, natto. The rest of the food was the same as always. The natto almost seemed out of place compared to everything else. Let's eat. I took a bite of natto, but bread and natto didn't go together at all. And probably like the flavors. Natto doesn't really have that much flavor on its own. You have to like flavor it with something, but don't. Is it like a British thing where they put like beans on toast? I don't know. Like a weird combo. December 1st. Oh, it's a fated day. I made up my mind and headed to the meeting spot to see Ryuki. I guess I got here a little early. I looked at my watch and saw that in fact I was a full hour early. I felt like Gil. I'm so nervous. I wondered how Ryuki would feel when he saw me here. Would he be happy? I waited there, stealing occasional glances at my watch, when suddenly someone emerged from Cupid Corp and ran towards me. It was a photographer for the Parasite 5 magazine spread. I don't remember what voice I gave you. Oh, thank goodness, there you are. I heard you took the day off, so I was just about to head to your house. Huh? As I turned my head, he gripped my arm tightly. Uh-oh. You have to come with me. Today's the only day the wedding hall is free, but my model just canceled on me. Oh, no. Wait, what? No, You're in charge of this project, right? Come on, it'll only take a second. It's not gonna take a second. Oh no, it's gonna be this trope. Oh, Ryuki's perspective, December 1st. I was in a taxi, alone with my giant case, on my way to Cupid Corp. It was 10 minutes before the meeting. I stood in front of Cupid Corp, case in hand. She's not here yet. I wonder if she'll even come. My heart started to pound nervously. She wasn't coming. No, there's still time. I can't expect her to show up so early. The minutes ticked by slowly, but eventually the time came. I looked at my watch, then up to the sky. It was 5 minutes past our meeting time. Oh no. How many times had she told us you should never be late to a meetup? And yet she wasn't here. Which meant... I see. So I wasn't the one, huh? Just then, I heard the sound of footsteps. Someone the color of C9171E stood in front of me. What the... Who this? Must Google C9171E. It's not showing me the color. Wait, that's a red. Red. Wait. Is that the color of Tyner? She was like a bright red, right? C9171E, a deep red. Like the very last moment of the setting sun. Or blood. Oh, it's Claire's. Huh? Are you the guy she's supposed to be meeting up with? Who are you? What? You don't remember me? I was there the day Lynette was put in charge of you. Parasite 5. Lynette. Just hearing her name nearly made me lose my cool. Clarence, please explain. It's like we're not ditching him. Something happened. Something happened to Lynette. Lynette. Actually, she's at the wedding hall right now, decked out in a wedding dress. I'll call her right now. Wedding hall? Dress? Oh no, come on, it's not gonna be that kind of misunderstanding, is it? Like, oh no, she's getting married. It's like, there's no way, she doesn't have any man lined up. Why would she? No, it couldn't be. Angry music. Hey, just a second, she wanted me to give you a message. I could hear C9171E shouting at me. But I wasn't listening. I just let my feet carry me forward. She's getting married? No. No! I hated the idea of her choosing anyone else but me. I had to hurry. Hurry! Stop the wedding! Huh? Huh? What? Huh? I stormed into the room. Sure enough, there she was, in her wedding dress. But there wasn't a groom in sight. In his place was a photographer. It was all a misunderstanding. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness Clarice was there and told him, or else he would have just, like, walked off sulking. And that would have been terrible. Seeing the stunned looks on their faces, I realized I'd completely misunderstood the situation. Stop the wedding! Ryuki burst in and shouted at us, causing me to drop my ringing phone. The photographer's model had cancelled, so he grabbed me and tossed me into this photo shoot. He shoved me into a wedding dress, slapped makeup on me, and started snapping away. It's like, does that really happen in real life? Just like, can no one say no? I guess Lynette has a hard time saying no. He said it'd only take half an hour, but then he refused to let me go when the time was up. I sent him an email, but he didn't reply, so I tried calling, but he never picked up. I even asked Clarice to help me out. Why are you dressed like that? Ryuki, I'm so sorry. His model didn't show up, so I had to take her place. I've been trying to call you, and I asked Clarice to find you and tell you what was going on, but... What? Ryuki put the large case he was holding down on the ground and pulled out his phone. It's true. He looked at me, then back at his phone. His face slowly went from confused to annoyed. I was carrying my case. How was I supposed to check my phone? I don't know, people always have their phone, like, at their fingertips nowadays. I'm really sorry, Ryuki. No, it's fine. We went to the meeting place. That means you chose me. I did. Actually, I showed up an hour early, which was what got me into this mess in the first place. An hour early? After a moment of stunned silence, Ryuki burst out laughing. Felt like a flower in bloom. That's okay then. Whew. I'd never seen Ryuki so obviously happy. Seeing him like that made me happy too. But then his smile vanished and he looked me over with those cold, calculating eyes. What's with that dress, by the way? The contempt. Huh? Oh, this is one of our in-house dresses. The magazine wants to do a piece on Cupid Corp too, so they needed some photos. Seriously? But it doesn't suit you at all. The design is terrible. Negative 100 million points. Come on. What? But they said it was the most popular dress here. What's so great about it? If it's really that popular, everyone in the city must be completely blind. A photo of you will not run next to a shot of my clothes. I won't allow it. Ryuki bent down to the case he put down earlier and opened it up. Wait, did he bring a dress? Is he proposing with a dress instead of a ring? I brought a dress I made specifically for you. Put it on. Inside the case was a pure white wedding dress. It sparkled in the light streaming in through the window. You made this yourself? Who else could have? What? Then this is the world's first Ryuki wedding dress. Haven't you been listening? Great, let's get some shots with this. Alright, magazine editor. Rolling with the punches. He's like, I gotta get this scoop. Huh? What? Ryuki announced the start of his bridal collection for our Parasite 5-piece. Would really put it over the top. No, I'm not starting. Come on, guys. Can we get going here? We're losing the light. Oh! That's right. The editor wanted the photo to have a nice, bright daytime feel. The wedding hall was reserved for the rest of the month, so we had to finish shooting before the sun went down. Ugh. I guess there's no choice. Grandmother won't get here until later this evening, so there's still time. I'll keep you company. Here, hurry up and get changed. Okay. That's how I went from a Cupid Corp wedding dress to Ryuki's very own personal creation. But then, I found myself being tended to by Ryuki himself. It's like, no one touch her. She's mine. He tied a ribbon onto my back. Ryuki? I can get changed by myself, you know. Oh, that's right. He's gonna see her. I mean, he's already seen her naked. Gave her a massage. Sorry, but there's no way you could put an entire wedding dress on by yourself. Besides, this dress is particularly complicated. As its creator, I'm the only one who could put it on properly. Despite looking in the mirror, it was clear that he wasn't wrong about that. It's too many pieces, too much fluff. Felt like the delicate lace would easily tear if anybody else tried messing with it. But I was still embarrassed showing him so much of my skin. I was wearing underwear, of course, but still. Knowing how I felt about him, I couldn't help but feel awkward in the situation. He's like, wait. As I looked in the mirror, I locked eyes with an obviously blushing Ryuki. You don't have to be embarrassed. Sorry. I moved my hands in front of me as he adjusted the position of my hips. As I felt his body against my back, I couldn't help but get embarrassed all over again. Oops. Mashing the A button. But despite the embarrassment, I was happy. It's so beautiful. Ryuki's dress was like something out of a dream. I felt like he was turning me into a real princess. The dress glittered in the light and made a soft shuffling sound with every movement. He adjusted my hair, then added the veil. He also added a lovely necklace. Finally, he slipped the gloves onto my hands. It was almost as if he was putting on the wedding ring. Lovely. He whispered into my ear and looked up into the mirror. There I was, wearing his dress. I was wrapped in the gift he made for me, and my heart filled with joy. In that moment, his feelings came through more clearly than any words he could have spoken. The dress told me that he loved me. I placed a hand on my chest and turned around. Ryuki, thank you. We stared into each other's eyes. We both knew what was about to happen. Get married right then and there. He moved towards me and I closed my eyes. But then... Oh, rip. Miss Mir, are you ready yet? The photographer called in from outside the room and I quickly took a step back from Ryuki. You guys aren't alone. Ryuki just glared at the door, seemingly annoyed that his kiss had been uninterrupted. I guess we'll have to put that on hold for now. I just need one shot, maybe two at most, please! He sounds desperate. What should we do? Ryuki laughed out loud. It's okay, I can wait. Besides, I want to show you off to the world wearing the dress I made for you. Show me off? As if to emphasize his possessiveness, he ran his fingertips across the ribbon on my back. This dress exists only for you. It's the only one of its kind in the world. And when they see it's not available anywhere else, everyone will know that it's only meant for you. Ryuki laughed softly and pulled away from me. Well, let's go. With his usual slightly condescending smile, Ryuki took my hand. With each step, I heard the dress rustle slightly. We started the shoot again, now with me in the dress Ryuki made especially for me. What a day. I just came for a meeting with the man I love, and now I'm doing a photo shoot. The rest of the shoot went off without a hitch. I got some really incredible shots in there. I'm gonna head back to the office now and start editing them right away. Magazine editor, who I also gave the same voice to. Thanks so much for your help today. We'll take things from here. Okay. Thanks for all your hard work today. With the others gone, it was just me and Ryuki left in the wedding hall. The sun slowly continued to sink. We're finally alone. With a tired sigh, Ryuki took my hand. We stood in front of the red-tinted hall. Things are kinda hectic, but actually there was something I wanted to say when I gave you this dress. I waited nervously for him to continue. He smiled and touched my cheek. I love you. He whispered that, then stole a quick kiss. I remembered what Claris had said, that kissing made her feel like she was on fire. It was our shortest kiss by far, but it flamed the fiery desire in my heart to be with him. I love you completely. My first love, and my last. I can't imagine ever loving anyone more than I love you. Aw, how sweet. Ryuki! My first love and my last. I could tell that he really meant it. I felt it in his eyes, and in the dress he made for me. Lynette, please come with me. Ryuki held out his hand, a hand that created so many wonderful clothes, a hand that said, I love you. I smiled and took his hand. With pleasure. Where are we going? What's going on? Oh, that's the dress. Wow, that's a lot of shapes. This looks like a moment of like stealing the bride, but do we really have to run through the streets like this? And we started running together, hands intertwined, me in my wedding dress. Are you okay? Yeah. We ran as hard as we could, calling to each other. Everyone on the street stared at us. Oh, look, that couple's so cute. Look how excited he is. Oh, what's with the wedding dress? Is it some kind of photo shoot? Someone took this CG. Or maybe it's a dramatic love affair. They're all looking at us. Ryuki, maybe we should change our clothes. Too late, we left them at the venue. Sorry, but there's no time. Grandmother said that she'd be at Los York Hotel by 5 o'clock. Wouldn't it be faster to take off the dress and, like, go in normal clothes? You know how hard it is to, like, navigate in a full wedding dress? 5 o'clock? We're gonna just bust in the hotel in full wedding regalia. Be like, hey, Grandma, I am not gonna marry this woman. I'm gonna marry this one instead. I looked at my watch and saw that it was in 10 minutes. We have to hurry! I knew just how strict Ryuki's grandma was. Showing up late was absolutely out of the question. I pulled my dress a bit and ran to keep up with Ryuki. Damn, where's a taxi when you need one? It's okay. I can run. Ugh, sorry. I wish I could just scoop you up and carry you the whole way. No, I don't want to be a burden. I want to run with you, so don't worry about me. He is kind of a skinny boy. They emphasize like, oh, he's tall, he's a man, but yeah, he's like the skinniest out of like all the dudes. Okay, then let's go. Okay. We squeezed our hands tightly and sprinted away. What a nice CG. Everyone on the sidewalk stepped aside and watched us run. We were on our way to meet Ryuki's grandma at the Los York Hotel. Like they're having so much fun. Oh, love match. Eros, and your love matches. Bloop. Should be Eros. We took the love test. That was like all the way in the like towards the beginning of the common route. Best love match. What happened? No, that would suck if you like. Would it just like fail you at this point if we had something else? If our love match results were something different? That would suck, like getting this far into the game. Well, here we are. We made it. In the elevator, I asked Ryuki to fix my hair. Eventually, we arrived at the meeting place. Grandmother. Wait, what? It's not Claris, is it? Or is it someone else? It's weird. Sometimes they introduce people with, like, red. And, like, sometimes they introduce new people as white. Which is, like, really confusing. Oh, hey, Ryuki, over here! Sis, what are you doing here? Wait, I gave his sister the same voice as Claire's. I don't know. Well, I guess. Hopefully they're not in the same room together, or else it's gonna get real confusing. You're his sister? Yep, that's me. Nice to meet you. And I'm here because I was worried about my little brother. You don't get a portrait. Shame. What are you talking about? Where's grandmother? You're 30 seconds late, Ryuki. As a designer, surely you realize that time is always of the essence. Just then, a gray-haired woman appeared before us. Grandmother. It was Nori Kesain, master designer behind the Kesain label. The incredibly strict mentor who taught Ryuki everything he knew about design. So, who is this young lady? We don't get a portrait of her either. I wish that would have been nice. We've been hearing so much about you, Grandma. She spoke quietly, but her gaze was surprisingly strong. Her eyes were like a loaded gun. Ryuki and I both made an effort to stand up tall and straight. He was the Kesain matriarch, as strong and menacing. Grandmother, this is the woman I want to be my wife. So I'm sorry, but I won't be able to marry the woman you chose for me. Wait. Who dis? Eros, is that you? I love that dress you're wearing. Eros? Huh? That voice? No, it couldn't be. I turned to see who had just spoken, and there she was. What? Okay, now we got a new character here. This is a busty babe here, Jesus. Mom? I wasn't expecting this. My mom, the goddess of beauty, who had recently fled from Celestia, Venus, stood before us. Wait, where's... Was this arranged marriage, like, between Ryuki and, like, Lynette's mom? We got, like a Stacy's mom kind of thing. Lynette's mom has got it going on. Jesus. Mom? Huh? That's her mom? That's... You're married? Wait. What should I give her? My darling Eros, how are you? She looked kind of familiar. Mom, what are you doing here? I thought you ran away from home. Wait, does that mean that the woman Ryuki's grandma wanted to marry him to marry his... It's me. She said I look like the perfect incarnation of beauty, so I figured why not? Anyway, are we having a party? Mom, you just followed along with no idea of what was actually going on? I go wherever I want, whenever I feel like it. Mom struck her famous pose from the Botticelli Birth of Venus and hit us with a graceful smile. Just a second. Catherine. Wait, Catherine, that's who she is! Just the blonde hair. I thought you were specifically looking to get married. Oh, that? I joined Cupid Corp to see what my daughter was up to. And to play the field a bit, it's true. Trying to make Mars jealous. Do you know how dangerous that is? You joined Cupid Corp? You can't be serious. Do you recognize this? Geez, Catherine, okay. I kinda recognize the hair and of course the rack. I thought she was Minerva, but alright, that makes a little more sense. Okay. Of course, I recognized the woman standing there. It was Catherine Spade, a Cupid Corp member I knew very well. What? Mom, you were Catherine this whole time? It's a mother's duty to look after a daughter, you know. She snapped her fingers again and returned back to her original form. Is no one gonna mention that she just like essentially did magic? Maybe it's like some sort of magician trick. All three Kisain family members were taken aback by such a carefree attitude. What was that? Some kind of magic trick? Wait, so you're her mom? So you're already married? I am indeed her mom, but no, I'm not legally married. After all, I'm a goddess. Are they gonna understand this? A goddess? Wait, are you some kind of fanatic like Raoul? So you're what? A single mother? Where are you from anyway? Your accent is kind of strange. I'm from Celestia, of course. Celestia? I've never heard of it. Well, that's... Forget it. Ryuki, explain to me exactly what's going on. I'm confused too. This all became a joke. It's supposed to be like grandma making arranged marriage, supposed to be a big old argument. It's like, nope, it's actually Lynette's mom. What? The casual atmosphere suddenly tightened when his grandma spoke. Before that, let me ask you a question. In your eyes, what is her score? She gestured towards my mom, pushing Ryuki to give his opinion of her. Ryuki looked at her, then sighed softly. She's a perfect 100, of course. Well, she's the goddess of beauty, so if she's less than that, that would be kind of concerning. 100? Not even Lynette can compare. Well now, I assume that's a compliment? That's about the biggest compliment you could ever get. She was Venus, the goddess of beauty, so of course she would get a perfect score. The source of all beauty, charm incarnate, no other god can surpass her. But to me, this is still the most beautiful woman in the world. Ryuki squeezed my hand and gave his grandmother a radiant look. Grandmother, allow me to introduce Lynette Muir. She was my advisor at Cupid Corp. As he said my name, I bowed lightly. When we first met, I wasn't interested in her at all. Her color was a mere DA536E. But the more time we spent together, the more beautiful her color became. Eventually, I realized I was in love. I could never love anyone more than her. So, grandmother, please give us your permission to get married. Ryuki. I never heard him sound so serious. She looked me over with a sharp, piercing gaze. No, not me. She was looking at the dress. This wedding dress. You made it. I did. I was inspired to create it especially for her. Especially for her. Her stern eyes were filled with judgment. But then, she smiled. Her entire face relaxed. Ryuki, you finally understand what it means to be a designer. Huh? He stood there stunned. It was like he'd never seen her smile before. It's a very lovely dress. It deserves to be praised. But grandmother, this is a dress. Something made for a woman. That's what he was about to say. But before he could, she pulled something out of her bag. I saw that you put together a line of women's clothes. How? The catalogs are only available in my store. One of your staff is the son of one of my oldest friends. Oh, she has a spy. What? A friend. I see. So that's why he's the only one who never quit. Pressure on both sides. Looking at these clothes and that dress, I can clearly understand your true feelings. I can see through any design that has no feelings. And up until now, nothing you've made contained anything like that. But these clothes convey a sense of concern for the wearer, a kindness and desire to create something good. Your skills have finally matured. I have nothing left to teach you. You're all on your own now. Oh, she just wanted the best for him in the end, even though she was super strict. Probably wasn't going about it the right way, but... Ryuki gasped in surprise. His worry that she didn't have anything to say about his work disappeared in an instant. I showed her everything I design as part of my brand, but still, nothing. She was always strict, but she still praised me when I did something right. So if she wasn't willing to say anything, that means there was something fundamental missing from my designs. I'm on my own. Do you know how long she's been worried about you? She thought you were too concerned with the Kasayin name. You've always been obsessed with proving you are worthy of the Kasayin, have you not? Thoughts? The Kasayin name, the house he grew up in, and his strict grandmother. Whenever Ryuki talked about his own situation, he always seemed tight or in pain. But I'm a member of the Kasayin family. How could I go against what makes Kasayin what it is? See, that's your problem, little brother. You take things too seriously. That's good sometimes, but you also need to relax and cut loose sometimes. Like I do, you know? Ryuki's sister chuckled a little and he sighed as he looked back at her. So, at least you realize how carefree you are. Well, you know, that's why I got so fed up with our cramped, old-fashioned family and got married myself. Grandma's not the problem, you know. It's all those hard-headed aunts and uncles. All they ever do is gossip about Mom. Well, I guess that's true. But there are still things that are important to the entire family, right? You two really are complete opposites. If we could somehow cut you both in half and stitch them together, that'd be just about perfect. Ryuki, you are such an earnest child. I never had to tell you anything more than once, but I think I was too hard on you. The tone of the Kasayin designer became the tone of a caring grandmother. She smiled softly. It wasn't until I saw this dress that I realized just how much you love women's clothes. I wish you told me earlier. But I'm a Kasayin, so I always thought that I shouldn't. What gave you that idea? Whenever we had family gatherings, like at New Year's, everyone would. Kasayin exclusively makes clothes for men, and I'm a member of that family. So of course I thought it was never an option. But grandmother just shook her head. I think this is supposed to be Ryuki's perspective, but it's pink, so. I see. I had no idea people said those things to you. It makes me sad to hear that. But there's nothing the Kasayin family can't do. All that matters is whether it's good or not. Every outfit you ever showed me was influenced by Kasayin, but not in a good way. So as the founder of Kasayin, I simply couldn't give you permission to take over. But with that perfect sense of color you possess, I knew you'd design something great one day. That's why I was so harsh. His grandma sighed, then looked at my dress and smiled. Ryuki, I've always wanted to see what you truly like to design. That's not something you can lie to yourself about. Forcing yourself to create what you don't like never turns out well. Up until now, your designs have been full of pain. But this dress perfectly conveys your true feelings. It's so beautiful, I can't stop looking at it. Grandmother. Listen, Ryuki. From now on, I want you to live freely. Live your life the way you want to, just like this dress. His grip on my hand tightened slightly and his eyes began to fill with tears. The way I want. Ryuki looked at me. Then, does that mean I have your permission to marry her? My permission doesn't matter. I would never do anything to hold you back. Huh? But... Ryuki's probably thinking about how his beloved grandmother didn't approve of his mother's marriage. What? Who said I didn't approve? When I was a kid, all the other adults. That's not something anyone should talk about in front of their children. I was very harsh with her, that's true. But no, I wasn't against her marriage. It's just how things were between us. When her room was messy, when she didn't study for exams, when she messed with the sliding doors. How dare she? Sliding doors. And yes, I did scold her for quitting design school in order to become a violinist. But she never listened to me anyway. So that's why she said she yelled at my mother more than others. But apparently it didn't make a difference. It wasn't because she was a Kesain. I scolded her as a mother, because I was worried about her future. Oh, you're still here, Venus? Yes, absolutely. Getting angry is just another way of a mother showing her love. I totally get it. Of course, I never yelled at my darling Eros. I left that to him. And the him in this case being my dad. Dad's the bad cop. Ah, my sweet Mars. Those strong, passionate arms. That scar over his eyes where I carved my feelings. I miss him so much. Wait, you did that? That scar over his eye? Dad always told me he got that scar in battle. He'd mention it every single time he told one of his war stories. I did always think it was strange that the name of the battle changed every time he told them. So it was Mom who gave him that scar. They were quite the violent couple, apparently. He's the only one who knows how to love me. That's it, I'm going back to Celestia. Eros, I'm sure you two will be very happy together. She waved her hand, and just like that, my mom was gone. Why? She used her divine power to return home without a second thought. She really was a free spirit. No one looking at this. She just poofed. Ah, she disappeared. So that lovely lady really was a magician. Sure. Explaining everything would have taken too long, so I just went along with it. Looks like your mother is just as carefree as mine. And my sister here. Ryuki smiled and laughed gently. I always just listened to the adults around me and assumed grandmother would yell at me. I feel so stupid. She was strict, but she never forced me to do anything. I see now that she always respected my feelings. He spoke softly, almost to himself, then smiled again. He looked refreshed, as if all his old concerns had fallen away. Okay, grandmother. I'm going to do what I want. I'm gonna marry her. Smiling wider than ever, Ryuki gripped my hand tight. And if you'll allow it, I'd like to make a woman's clothing line for Kesain. Because I love you, and I love my mother, and I'm a proud member of the Kesain family. All of my favorite clothes come from Kesain, so it would be an honor to add my own line. That's the future I want. That's what I want to be free to do. Ryuki's grandma smiled at him, clearly overjoyed. She said she'd be thrilled if he started his own line under their label. Alright, next chapter! A snowy day proposal. Yeah, it's getting a little bit long. I don't know if we have 1 or 2 chapters left. But yeah, I think I'll save. I'll save. I'll feel foolish if like this chapter is like 10 minutes long. But if it is, I'll just lump like the happy end with the normal end. Because yeah, this is getting way too long. All right, let's save. Over this file. Alrighty. Yeah, that was a twist, I guess. I guess we found out who Catherine was. I thought she was Minerva, but I kind of had suspicions because like she didn't look exactly the same, but like her mannerisms were off. She didn't seem like she was like part of the human world, especially since you just recognized Cupid right away. But yeah, I hope she go sees Mars. Like, did we even tell her that Mars was looking for her? I guess she was kind of going to him on her own. And yeah, that was funny because Ryuki was like about to get into an arranged marriage with Lynette's mom. All right, anyway, let's take a little break. I hope you guys are having a fun time with this, and yeah, we'll wrap this up in the next episode. Bye-bye.